Welcome back to the podcast Behind the Front Desk on YouTube, but you're already there watching it.
Yeah.
Okay. Now that we have the intro settled, we got some stuff that we could talk about.
Launch Share Riders.
I don't think we've said that in 8 episodes.
3 weeks.
At least a month. The last time we actually said Lounge Chair Riders. New hat for Phaser Marketing is out. I'm wearing it currently.
I like it.
Go buy it.
I actually really like that one more than the other one.
Oh,
I just like the look of that one a lot more.
I do too, actually. But it's white, so it's going to be tougher to keep clean.
Oh, yeah, my Dallas one is disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
I tried washing it. I think it got more dirty.
Go.
Minnesota's up by 4 on Ohio State right now.
They were a 14-point underdog, too.
I know, and
Jesus.
Ohio State's number 4 in the country.
Yeah.
Big
What
night.
quarter was it?
The third, with it's 10 minutes in, or 10 minutes left in the third.
So there's still a lot of time for a
Oh,
TB12 moment.
Are you kidding me? Ohio State's probably going to score 3
There's
times.
no way. You said they're up by 4?
Yeah, Minnesota is.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, there's...
But
They can't keep it up. It's Minnesota. They choke.
if they did...
Suck on that, Minnesota.
Oh, yeah, they're not...
Call them out.
Nice, you did. You got him.
I hate Minnesota.
You know what else is Minnesota?
No, I don't hate Minnesota. I hate Minnesota sports.
You know what else is Minnesota? Who else plays in Minnesota?
Who?
Guess.
Well, you have the Twins.
Oh, nailed it. All right. Went to a Twins game this past
Oh,
weekend.
yeah.
Took
I
a-
hate Minnesota sports, but we went.
I hate baseball, and I went. But the tickets are cheap. First boys trip to the cities.
Did Pops tell you about the game after? No, you weren't in the car.
No.
So
I
because they
stayed in
obviously
cities.
played on Sunday,
Oh, yeah?
I think there was either 2, if not 3, home run balls that hit within probably a 5-10 foot vicinity of where we were sitting.
I'm so glad it didn't happen while we were there.
I'm so depressed that it didn't happen. I was waiting every time it came close. I'm like, oh god.
I was
Ready.
nervous.
I love it.
I didn't have my mitt.
I didn't either. It was in the car.
I feel like it hurt to catch a fly ball.
Oh, it could easily shatter your hand.
Good. I would have tried to catch it in the beer cup.
I've seen a lot of people one-handed. So.
You could, but
I wouldn't be
it
that
could
guy.
also break
Oh,
your hand.
yeah. I mean,
that thing's got enough velocity to it.
That's a bummer, though.
Oh,
who'd they play?
the Brewers. Christian Yelich.
There was more
it
Milwaukee
fun seeing
fans there
him.
than Twins
Yeah,
fans.
it's not saying much.
Well, considering
That's
that 3 out of the 4 people that went to the game in our group were Milwaukee fans. Dad was the only Twins fan.
That
I'm
was
pretty
the
sure.
Twins. Well, I wouldn't say. I mean, I wasn't rooting for the Twins. I was indifferent on who.
I
won.
kind of want. The only reason why I was rooting for the Twins is because I wanted to see Minnie and Paul shake hands. on
Yeah.
big
The only reason I would have
Jumbotron.
wanted them to win.
Apparently, light's
I'll
gone.
go get the lights.
I also kind of like it. What does it look like on the camera with this thing? Let me see.
I'm letting you see.
They can keep the folks. Oh, kind of like it. Nice dim.
You want to leave it like this?
That's good. Let's give it a try.
Good thing I got up in front of the podcast for everything.
Oh, now it's back on. Okay, cool.
It'll turn off again. Don't worry, it'll turn off again if you like the view.
Well, now we're gonna have to put like a warning for the flashing lights.
What were we talking about? Oh, so the game. Yeah, the only reason I would have rooted for the Twins to win is just because I wanted, yes, he always wins, but I wanted Dad to see his team win.
He was too happy. It was concerning.
Well, congrats. His team won their 10th game of the year. They're 120 some games in already. All right,
Yeah.
they're not doing good. Not like my Yoinks.
Yep.
We're doing better.
We all got food there. Well, 3 of us got the hot dog.
$9.
Yeah, it was a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was for a
Let's see,
beer. A
2
beer and a hot
beers
dog
was-
was $20.
Yeah. And the beer
Could be worse.
You just got
Could
a
be
normal
worse.
beer, right? Like just
I just got Bud Light.
yeah.
Draft.
What was that? I think the one
It's like
Dad got me. It
$9.50
was
or something.
God, that is so ridiculous.
It was like this tall though, probably. Like it was
it
actually
was a tall,
pretty
it's-
tall beer.
It's still not $10
To
worth.
be honest, if they just did $5, it would more than cover what they need.
Well, I think that's the thing. Those people will gladly pay $10 for a beer and get 10 beers easily.
Oh, 100%, yeah.
I don't blame them for having that much big prices because people obviously studies or history has shown people are paying that price.
But even for like the ticket that we got, like $20 bucks,
25,
25 plus.
whatever.
I spent 30 on hot dog and 2 beers.
Yeah.
It was like 55
I mean, yeah.
total for the
Yeah, it's
whole
not bad.
experience.
It's not bad.
It's not bad.
Considering that, yeah, There's tickets
Vikings
that are,
tickets usually like 120, just to go. So you're already
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
saving
I'm
70
not gonna lie.
bucks.
The last like 4 times I've gone to Vikings, I've gotten them for free.
Well, of course, if you
same.
get them for free, that's cool. But
I've only been to one NFL game. It was the Vikings versus the Dolphins, and yeah, same thing. I went
I
for
saw
free.
the-
I was also like 10 years old, maybe.
Eagles.
Well, that's a
Jacksonville.
bummer.
This was like 4 years ago, 3 or 4 years ago.
Even bigger bummer.
So
No,
when the
this was
Eagles
when
were good?
Yeah, big bummer.
Big Dick.
They were
Nick?
actually not bad that year. I think this was the year they first had Carson Wentz,
Yeah, he
and then
Oh, yeah, true.
Jacksonville. I think it was the year that right before they went to the AFC title game.
Okay.
So they, in theory, should have been pretty good games.
Not
No?
those years. No. Jacksonville that had no one, and then they had
Well, but
like
like
6 people who
Eagles
were
Eagles
really
are
good.
going to the AFC. I mean, obviously they had good seasons, so they at least put up a good show.
No, they only won like 9-7 that year. This was Carson Wentz's like first
So
year.
is this 2017?
16.
26. Oh, yeah. I feel
2016.
like, I feel like
2016, 'cause
nobody was
him
good
and
in
Dak
that year.
were-
Yeah.
Excuse me,
2016.
Dak balled out his rookie year.
Yeah, nobody cares about the Cowboys.
Yeah, everyone hates the Cowboys. Everyone.
Yeah, that's fine. Still America's team.
I'm not sure when Tom Brady retires if I'm going to go with Dak, or now I'm thinking I might burrow up.
That's fine. I'll sit in the saloon by myself.
I like Joe Burrow.
I got nothing against him.
I'm excited.
I hope he does good.
Awesome.
He's also on my fantasy team, so now I'm very biased towards him again. Like I am everybody that I
I was
draft.
gonna have Dak on my team, and then
Personally?
Dad fucked me over.
Justin Herbert.
Yeah.
I do have Keenan Allen
He doesn't
on my
look
team.
cool enough for me yet. When he gets a little older and he looks a little cooler, I think I'll really like him.
I don't
but
think
He
there's any
still
way
has
he does.
acne. That's the big thing.
You'd think I'd relate because I still do, but
Well, see, I don't even care. It's not the acne thing for me, because like when he had like
He just
early in
looks-
the year when he had his long hair, he looked perfectly fine.
yeah, he looked incredible.
and then
Then
he
he
cut
got
it,
the buzz
and then
cut
he looked like
terrible.
Bobby from King of the Hill.
Yeah, he looked just god awful.
Damn it,
Well,
Bubba.
just he
Very
looks
good,
so,
though.
He looks so.
He had a good
young,
year.
That's
If
what
you
it
watch
is.
it,
Yes, he
we're
does,
yeah.
we'd love to have you on. It's usually how it goes. We shit on
Bring
somebody.
Dak
and
with
then
you,
we-
please.
I would love to have him.
I just
on.
love it. That's how it literally always goes for this: is we shit on somebody and then we go, "Nothing mean to you. Please come on the podcast."
Well, they should know that we will do it all we want, but as soon as they step on the show, I could
wouldn't-
never
would-
say it to their
I
face.
really wouldn't
I'd
shit
be
talk
so
anyone,
scared.
even someone I'm not the biggest fan of. I don't think I would shit talk him like LeBron
Like in person or just in general.
on here, and then even
I
if
feel like
Well, it
he, I
depends
feel like
on
he
if-
has shit on LeBron.
no, I've
Not
said
to him in person.
Well, no, that,
But he says
well, I
he wouldn't
would
even.
do
He
that.
says he wouldn't even do it on the podcast.
Well, I don't think I have. I've been critical, but I've never been like LeBron's the worst teammate ever. That would just be ridiculous.
Not
yeah, that's
serious
just
way.
yeah, that'd
well,
just
that's
be. You know what I mean? Like you could.
That's
be
like the whole Emmitt Smith might not be top 5 argument thing here.
Well, you can make an argument for it. That's
Yeah, you can. It's just shit. It's the same thing with the LeBron. Anyway,
Anyways, this is Isaac's phone
Tom-
gives us a
Tom
nice
Brady
soundtrack
texted-
to our
Tom
conversation.
Brady texted me.
Of course he did.
well, if he is, I hope you're inviting him on.
Yeah, at least.
That would be a 7-hour podcast marathon.
Can I tell
Well, we'd be on his time, so maybe only 5 minutes.
you, right before I came
That's
here,
be the greatest 5 minutes.
Exactly.
right before I came here, I did watch the recap of Tampa Bay Chiefs and then Falcons.
Tampa Bay Chiefs, huh?
Yeah, Falcons and Patriots.
I do the Patriots and Falcons ones every once in a while. Whenever I need to get juiced up about something, I need to put that on. Either that or Last Dance.
You hear they're coming out with a movie about Robin's 48 Hours in Las Vegas?
Are they doing
Are
like
they
a 30
actually?
for 30, or is it like
It's
a
like a
reenactment?
documentary.
Oh,
That's-
documentary.
Yeah, where
I
it's
feel like
like
that's gonna be rough.
like specifically just about it, those
Just
48,
that 48
hours
hours
in
that
the
he-
finals. Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
That's cool, but I feel like that's gonna be like a really rough
yeah.
and fun thing to watch.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
What else did we do? We went to Mall America.
Did go to Mall America for about
We went to the
35 seconds.
yeah, it was about an hour.
We went there.
I got Wahlburgers and I looked at Legoland.
Oh, we did go to
Did-
Wahlberg. We were there for a while then.
Did
Yeah.
you go on Paul Bunyan, the ride?
No, we walked through Universal Studios.
Yeah, that's a fun thing.
Because
Or
yeah, we were going to
Universe,
Legoland, and the
Nickelodeon
line was
Universe.
around the entire building.
The last time, it's funny. The last time I was in the Mall of America, like 7-8 years ago, because I
Yeah.
don't need to go there. I don't care about the mall.
Okay,
But-
sorry.
But no, I'm sorry. It's just I'm not a mall person.
I would never
to
go
begin
there. I'm
with.
not
Yeah,
childish
fuck
like you
Mall
guys.
of
But
America,
anyways, when I
apparently.
used to be a little bitch, I used to go there.
No, we went one
Continue.
time. It was like closing at like whatever time, 8 or 9 at night. So the fucking people at Paul Bunyan are like, we don't give a shit. Ride it till it closes. We did it, and they were closing the thing. Of course, they started turning off some of the lights right as you get up to the thing where Paul Bunyan swings his axe at you, tripped out for probably 5 minutes. I was
That's
like,
horrifying.
holy fuck. Like, it was kind of scary. It's like, what if this fucking thing malfunctions? Takes fuck clean
Just
out.
splits you.
Yeah.
That would be good.
Then we did State Fair.
Well, what else did we do at the mall? Nothing. Okay.
We walked
we
around
didn't
for a
do
little bit.
anything.
We went to Wahlberg, got food, walked around because we were going to Legoland, and just walked a little bit because I couldn't go in. And
Line was too long, so we couldn't go in.
What?
Legoland.
Well,
Yeah, it was a really
It was
long
a
line.
long line.
It was
I
long.
can't
Yeah,
even
it
believe
was too much.
I mean, I
They had
understand.
also a 34-foot tall Lego piece.
It was pretty sweet.
You look at this thing like it was the size of this house. Like, I mean, there's got to be billions of pieces in that thing.
Oh, yeah.
It was pretty cool.
Then we went to the state fair.
Yeah, that was in the morning.
Yeah, biggest
I couldn't eat anything, obviously.
biggest fair
Oh,
in
peanut oil.
biggest
Oh,
fair in the state
everything
probably.
was caked in peanut oil.
But we made 3 stops, essentially, 2 for beer and 1 for cookies.
Irish pub looking place. It was sweet.
Got Sweet Martha's cookies and
singing
a couple
to the
beers.
songs.
Sweet Martha's cookies are good.
Exactly.
They look
Very
incredible.
Very good.
So good.
Yeah, Z-Man can't eat them because everything's got peanuts in it, apparently.
I was ready to risk it. But
So I'll-
I actually brought my EpiPen this time. And then you want to know what I did with it?
He left,
I forgot in the car.
he left it in the car.
As we
all the
went
time.
into the peanut-filled state fair. I thought, I should be smart this time because this place is full of it. And then I left it in the car.
He was smart. He got
I
it
could-
very close.
I
so.
could
I got it at least in the
We
same
could probably
town.
run at the first place when we stopped. You could probably run
You
back to
could've.
the car, and
Yeah.
you'd be safe. But
Did,
But anywhere
also
else.
might
I got to ask, did they like make you go through metal detectors or anything?
Yes, they did.
yes,
See, I could see them telling them like you can't bring that in there.
but if you brought it up and saw there was EpiPen, I feel like
I feel like they would allow it.
There's no way they couldn't not let me have.
They
my
couldn't take the
if
risk.
I had my
Just
vape
weird-
with me, because
just-
I left that in the car, they probably would have said you got to bring that back.
Yeah, I
But
could just see them being like, "It's a needle. Like we don't know what you're gonna do with that." Like
I don't know. I feel like they've got to have.
Just-
But also, if
point of,
then that's
Yeah.
also a risk for them. If they're like, you can't have your EpiPen,
Oh,
he
then I
accidentally
could just
eats
purposely do it
peanuts.
and be like, all right, guys, sue the shit out of
You
them.
could probably sue him really bad.
well, you might die, but
That's why I said I might die, but guys, like not me, everyone else, sue
Nice.
them.
Oh, take one for the team.
You know how I do.
Get the boys paid. What else did we do at the state fair? Nothing.
We stopped at the one kind of retro, a little bit more retro looking place.
Oh, the Irish.
No,
pub?
after that.
Retro looking place.
After you got Martha, like right after you.
Oh,
got
that
Martha
other
Cookies.
little bar place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Mike
then we
looked at
walked
his Ford
back,
Bronco.
We looked at the Ford Bronco, not
We're-
the normal Ford Bronco. The
OJ.
no, what was it called? Off road or something? Or?
I don't know.
I
It's
thought
called
it
the
was-
Galaxy
I thought
Edition.
it was OJ's. I was gonna be like, oh my god.
It
Yeah, it was
wasn't-
OJ's
that would be-
exact Bronco.
And then that was kind of it. We looked at a Harley store that was there.
Looked
the
at the Harley
shop
store?
that they had put up.
Yep. We looked at Harleys because we're posers and we want to pretend like we like motorcycles.
Well, speak for yourself. I have a Harley. I hate it, but I have it.
You know what's funny? I saw a video.
I have a Harley jacket, asshole.
I saw a video of people trashing on Harley. It's like when people say
Oh, they're
Harley,
trash.
Harley's an actual good bike, and then it was like
It's a good bike, but
compared to like
it's the name brand.
yeah.
You
Just
look
kidding.
at
I
like,
love Harleys. I want one so bad, but they're so expensive.
Oh,
'cause-
but it was the night before that was sweet. Steakhouse.
no.
Piss steak.
Piss Steak. PS
PS
Steakhouse.
Steak.
In downtown cities, not far from the
Oh,
Marriott where we
A
stayed.
mile and a half.
Yep. And very expensive, but for some
I
podcast
went-
for some podcasting boys.
I went
with the checks
super
rolling
cheap,
in.
As in, I ordered the cheapest steak they had, and the only thing I had to drink was 2 Hams beers.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, I gave a good tip, but it was still about $90.
Holy fuck.
Great
that
steak
was-
though. Best steak I've ever had.
Oh my god, it melted in your mouth.
Mike and I split a bone-in ribeye.
32-ounce
32-ounce ribeye. Best thing I've ever put in my mouth. But a lot of meat in my mouth, and that was the best
Yeah,
one.
we all took a piece of each other's because we're like, we got to try this other stuff.
I didn't try any, so
You didn't try.
yourself.
I knew you didn't try mine, but I didn't
Didn't
really
try
try any. That's a bummer.
I-
Dad's.
I bought the best steak, so why would I
no,
try anyone
Dad's was
else's?
the best.
No, I don't believe it. Didn't try us, so.
That's true. That was. You know what?
You can't
I will
convince me
give you
'cause I
that.
didn't try
It
it.
had the most flavor.
There's no chance.
Eh.
I really wish I would have tried it, but Dad also only
But
had
your ribeye for sure was the one that it really just it felt like it melted. It's the neighbors across the street.
Dad also only had like a 10-ounce steak, so I didn't want to take any of his.
I mean, yeah.
I was being
also had a
respectful.
10 ounce. And, yeah.
Total, all in all, I think it was after all the tips and meals and everything, the four of us total spent like $700.
It was close to that, yeah. I think Dad did the math, and it was like $6.90 and some cents or something like that. It was
And
together it was $700.
And so I can't eat out for 2 years now.
Rest of my life. Why do you think
But-
I'm getting food from my mom's?
That good though. If you only have like $200 to your name, and
Oh.
you gotta eat somewhere good, spend it all there. You probably get our boy.
Not
What was his
like
name? Jeff.
Go ahead.
Was
Not
it Jeff?
I think so.
Jeff, you were great. You'll never
Yeah.
see this. You'll
Yes,
never
they-
see this.
Get Jeff. He is awesome.
He'll never.
But
he
also,
kind of looks
on
like
this
Howie
whole 200
Mandel.
thing to get a good meal. Don't think, oh, I can spend this $200. You need to think of it as, oh
need
no,
to.
it's happening. I don't have a choice. It will be $200 bill.
Because my mouth is watered no less than like 50 times since leaving that place thinking about said steak.
Oh, I don't ever want any like Spitfire sounds like shit now.
Any other
That's
steak
not a
sounds
knock
like
on
shit.
Spitfire in town here. That's just how good that steak was.
Yeah, and it was like the ambiance.
to think I
There's
almost-
never going to be any children in that place. Like you don't have to worry about the
Now,
kids
this
screaming
is
in the
restaurant where
corner.
someone goes to propose.
Oh, we got 2 bottles of wine as well.
You split them.
Yeah, we split them. The bottles of
I
wine were
stuck
like
to my
$68. It was a Pinot Noir, best wine I've ever had.
It
Not
was,
gonna lie,
Better than the stuff at Eddie's wedding.
I don't know if I had.
I
stuff
don't
at Eddie's
remember
wedding.
Eddie's wedding, so
Okay.
I'm gonna say
so
yes,
it must have been
though.
good.
Okay.
I was mostly drinking whiskey that night, and so I don't really remember much of Eddie's.
Yeah, I'm not
Tying the knot.
wine right at the reception, where they're like, "There's so much wine." We all went up. We all grabbed 4 glasses of wine, 3 beers.
Yeah.
We all
Sad.
just-
Well, our
wanted to do
table,
that
like
night.
it was a table probably
Oh.
like this, and it was full of beer.
Yeah.
It was. We had a mission that night, and I think we succeeded.
Yeah.
Oh.
But yeah-
Everyone, us 3 for sure, and everyone else that was succeeded in.
But when the
doing what
actual
we were
like
doing.
ceremony was going on at Eddie's wedding, I was warm in the audience. Like
So
It was a little
well,
hot in there.
it was hot in there, but I mean, I was like drunk warm,
Oh.
like where you're.
You think it was from Side Street?
Of course, it was from Side Street because
you-
you and I.
Did you also have a triple whiskey like Steve?
Steve was buying me my drinks. I had 3 whiskeys with Steve.
That's what I was asking.
Yeah, it was.
It
like
wasn't a triple whiskey. It just was 3 separate.
3 separate whiskeys,
Okay.
but
I mean,
we were
it's the
drinking
same
Crown
thing.
Apple orange juice.
Yeah.
But we started out the morning.
that's not bad.
We started
I
out
thought
the
it was just
morning.
We watched an episode of Sons.
No, we were Peaky Blinders at the time.
Was that Peaky Blinders?
Yeah, we had
Oh my
Peaky
God.
Blinders and we had screwdrivers to
Yep.
start the morning. So we were already like 3 screwdrivers deep after like 2 episodes of Peaky Blinders.
Getting ready to head. To
We took a
Side
shot at Jameson before we left from your dad's bottle. I think it's from.
Street. No, I wouldn't have been from that bottle.
Have you drank any from that one?
From that bottle?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got enough for one or 2 drinks left that I've been
I could have
saving.
swore we did. Maybe it was just probably regular Jameson. Or was it the fruit juice one?
No.
The vodka?
No,
it
it
would've
was
been
for
too
sure
late.
Jameson.
I
I
just
mean,
can't
I guess
remember.
you know what it could have been. I mean, that was what within.
That was pretty
September, that
close.
They got married in November. right?
November 9th.
If it was November 9th, then that was exactly 2 months after. So it very possibly could have been the same bottle.
Could have been, but
Let's just say it was.
let's just say it was for sake of the story. It's just cooler. But we took a shot of that. Started to get really warm. We got in.
You know, it. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. It for sure was that bottle.
Okay,
Yep,
perfect. I was right.
we're
Okay,
good.
cool.
You're right. Yep, you're right. Yep.
And we hopped in the Uber, took us all the way down to Side Street where we met Hot Steve. And we
Met up with Hot Steve. We
Yeah.
already knew him.
Yeah, that's true. We already knew you. He looked incredible. He was getting drunk, and he started buying us whiskeys. And we have an incredible picture. We'll post that up on the. You'll see that now.
Nice.
And,
I don't have the photo though. I hope
I
you
do have it.
Okay.
I have it. And then I started to get pretty.
How good do we look?
Yeah, right. How cool is Hot Steve look? Tallest one in the group.
Well, there's an easier way of doing it. He's the only good-looking one.
That's
there.
true. So then we got tuned up and we started walking to the venue
Yeah,
and
because it's only a few blocks away.
got there and drunk during the whole ceremony. And then after that,
We didn't drink through the ceremony.
well, no, I'm saying we were. That's all right.
Oh,
we
yeah.
were drunk.
Ceremony
We were
was,
drunk.
What, 25 minutes?
Yeah, they had a.
It was
they
very
had one of
quick.
the best weddings. It was short.
Yeah, and then we hustled out of there quick, right
That
downstairs.
sounds mean. I don't mean that to be mean either. Like,
We
It was
hustled
just-
right downstairs and just started pounding beer.
yep. And then after our reception started, and a lot more was drank.
Yeah.
I think we switched to captain at that point.
We did.
Like the three of us, I think that's what we were mostly drinking.
Captain, I had a few vodka Red Bulls.
Yes, you did.
I remember at one point when we were talking about like the next day or something, you were talking about when you tried to talk to Z-Man at one point, and you were like, "Oh, we do it, Z-Man," or whatever, and he just, the lights were on, but nobody was home, and you're like, "Oh, so we're getting after it tonight."
Was that a thing that happened?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Oh, for God's sake!
The way he just said that you responded was just like a solid like
You're
10 seconds of like sitting there, and you're like, "What?" But yeah, we had our Peaky Blinder haircuts, and we had our
did.
bow ties. And everybody thought we were ushers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but we had nothing to do with the wedding. We just wanted to dress up.
Yep. Hey, we look good.
We did look good. And then what happened after that,
Well,
I can't really talk
I
about.
remember just
You
being
guys
out.
went downtown. I went home.
Yeah, because I remember being outside for a long time because of everything that was happening, and
Me
and
and
then
you-
Jess and Glenna, because Glenna came for a little bit and then picked up Jess, and they went to Cowboy Jack's, and Jess was sloshed.
Yep.
I remember that.
So I
That
was
a
still
fun
drunk,
one.
but I was
And then
sobering
you
up.
lost your jacket too. Didn't you? Didn't you lose your overcoat?
No, I still got both my peacoats.
Real? Okay, I thought you had lost
You
it.
got me nervous there for a second.
Oh, you lost it for a moment. You lost it. Yeah.
There's no way I didn't lose that.
Well,
moment.
it was definitely lost for a moment because I did not return with my jacket. So,
Maybe that's what it was.
yeah. I didn't make it home with it because I was on autopilot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were all on autopilot at one point, but
Mine was
Sobered up a
mine.
little
I
bit
think
to
mine
get
was
off
the
it. Yours-
longest
yours-
sustained autopilot.
you hit autopilot and you did not turn off that button.
I have some
that
bit-
was the rest of the night for you.
I have some videos from that night where I can't even watch because like,
still
what
just-
is that?
I still just remember Jess said they just went to Cowboy Jack's, and I'm like, okay, I better go meet up with them. And I remember coming to you like, hey, we're going to Cowboy Jack's. You come and you're like, you want to fucking fight? And I'm like, all right, this guy he's done. He's done.
Yeah, and I swore at everybody.
Funniest thing ever.
Swore at everybody, told everybody to F off, and then all of a sudden no one hung out with me anymore. I was all alone on the dance floor. Funny how things work out like that.
Yeah.
But I eventually made it to, I think you guys were at Noble.
I know I wouldn't have been because I know when I got to Cowboy Jack's, like I had to get Jess home.
Okay.
She was beyond.
Well, I
drunk.
think I met with Mike and Dad at
Yeah.
Noble, and then we instantly, I tried to walk towards the door, and I think we just hopped right in an Uber
Most likely.
because nobody needed to drink anymore. It was a shit show, so.
Incredible. Great day.
Yeah, it was fun.
It was
But
really
yeah.
fun.
I'm trying to think about what we were talking about before we went off on Eddie's wedding tangent.
See,
Dinner?
yeah.
Was it just dinner?
Oh, yeah, we were talking about your steak, and you said best wine. I said better than Eddie's.
Oh, yeah, there we go. There's the connection.
Think.
Blurp. I think it was better than Eddie's because I
There's
don't
no
remember
way it
Eddie's.
wasn't
So.
better than Eddie's.
The only reason why I remember.
No, there's no way Eddie's was better. No offense. Again,
The-
I'm
the
not trying to
only-
rip on
the
their wedding
only
or anything.
reason
like
That
why-
sucked.
The only reason why I remember that wine is because I remember being like, I fucking hate wine. And I drink, I was like, oh, this shit I can
Oh,
drink.
okay,
It's like,
okay.
I can drink this.
We
shit.
good.
Yeah, it's like, I'll drink this all day.
Question for you: do you remember the name of the Pinot Noir that we drank at
At
dinner?
piss steak?
Yeah, PS steak.
Piss steak. No, because I only tried like a sip of it, but
Yeah, I
was
just
I'm
don't-
not paying for the wine.
I
I'm
just didn't know if
sticking
you
to
looked at the bottle.
my
'cause-
$2 hams.
Yeah, I'll just have to look it up on their website. 'Cause it was
I know it was
delicious.
a dark bottle.
Yep, it looked really cool, and I want it because it was so good.
I feel like you could just look up their menu or their
Probably
wine list.
good. What else did we do this weekend? Oh, well,
That was-
after the dinner, we went out. We tried to go to the rooftop bar.
Oh,
$40 cover fee.
Yeah,
he could see that we clearly just spent our whole allowance on dinner.
Let me just start out by saying too that this is probably one of the actual real times of actually going like out downtown in the cities.
This is my first time.
This
was my first
if,
time.
If there was another time I can't recall, it's probably my first time though too.
And I couldn't want to
This
do it
weekend
less.
of
Let's add that.
Yeah, going out this weekend to me it's settled it for sure that I could not make it in a city bigger than Fargo.
Well, you could.
I don't know. I was on edge after piss steak. The
Yeah,
entire
but it's-
walking.
But that's because you're downtown, like cities.
Well, that's like I said, that's what I mean. I
At
could
night,
not, like,
at
I
2
could
a.m..
live, yeah, suburbs. You know, all the smaller towns around it is a different story. But actual like in the city, no, I couldn't last. I couldn't do it.
I wouldn't really want to unless it was something like worth it, like New York or something, to live downtown.
I don't know if I could even do that now.
I would only do it for a little while just because
No.
it'd be cool to experience. But
After the Juicy J concert, it ended at like 11:30 at night. We, of course, were pretty high. This is a couple years ago, but
On life?
no, we were very high that night. Well, we're like, hey, let's go get a drink. Of course, we went like downtown.
Wait, was this in the cities?
Yeah,
Okay.
and I
I
remember.
wasn't sure. I was
thought it was New
I was
York at
imagining
first.
New York.
No,
so.
no,
But
and,
okay, in the
and I
cities.
remember just being like, "Fuck this!" Like, let's go. Like, we got one drink. I'm like, "Nah, let's go." Like,
Oh,
I'm
you were
sick.
like, let's go. Like, this is so much fun.
No, I was like, let's get the fuck.
I'm
out
high
of
on life. Let's go.
Let's go back and get high on the way home. Like, let's.
Okay,
like,
so let's
do-
boogie.
Yeah, like
Let's
do
leave.
that. This is a sketch. Like, again, I'm not a big fan of like shitload of people, so that always puts me on edge. But when you're in a place where you're like, I have no fucking idea where to go.
Yeah.
That makes everything
Well, that was
worse.
the thing too. Like even like every place we went, even because we went to Cowboy Jack's eventually, because like you said, rooftop bar was a $40 cover charge, and that bouncer looked at us and was like, "These guys are nerds."
Well, you could tell that our
We
allowance
spent
was
all
completely
money.
gone. So
Because but like even these big places, like there weren't a lot of people. Like we're so crowded, like I can't do this. There was a lot of people. It's like normal downtown here, but well, we went to Cowboy Jack's,
yep.
and they were starting to kick us out about 1 a.m.
Yeah.
One.
They kicked us off the rooftop at about like 1:15,
Oh,
and
was
then
it?
we got
Okay.
kicked out of the building at about 1:30.
Okay. So
Yeah,
we
that
were,
sucks.
but see, so we were walking out, and I know I was first because I just know you guys were behind me. Because when I turned around to go back the other way, you guys were over there now.
Yeah.
But I was walking out of the entrance, and like they had like the railings, to, like kind of like guide people. They were closing that like on me, so I tried to kind of sneak by it in. He's like, "You're gonna want to go the other way." Like, why is something going on? You look over and like 4 different cop cars. Like, yeah, there might have been a shooting.
Oh.
And I was okay.
Yeah,
I
at the
walked
bar
up
right
to the guys.
next to
I'm
us?
like, we need to, on the other side of the block.
At the bar that Dad suggested we go to because he's
Yep.
like, they have great Moscow meals.
Yeah.
And we're like, no, we ain't going there. And then, well, of course,
And then so I walked.
apparently
up,
it got
yeah.
shot up. So
So then I walked back towards them. They were only about 10 feet away. I'm like, we need to go that way. And like, apparently there might have been a shooting or something. Let's get going. Started walking. We got mainly Dad got nosy and wanted to kind of get closer because there was nothing going on. They just had it taped off, and the cops were just kind of guiding people.
Yeah.
So we were just kind of walking by, it's like the tables here. We're kind of walking on the block to go like that, and we walked by. We went by another bar, and that's when our buddy joined us. Apparently,
Yep. So thanks to Dad and his grand idea of going to get up closer, we pick up somebody who is either very, very drunk or high on something. He's got no shoes. His shorts are on backwards. And he's taking his shirt off and trying to like
Nonstop.
feel our backs.
Like
and
I just
stuff.
remember we got about half a block away before I noticed him. We were just walking. And I look over and there's just this. The guy's just kind of like, and at the same time, kind of
Yeah, he kind of like pulling up his shirt and
doing this and whatnot. And then he'd take it off, and then it was like where it's like hanging on his neck still.
We are behind the front desk. We are sponsored by our good friends over at Phaser Marketing. Let's be honest, either you own a small business or you know someone that does. Phaser Marketing, a one-stop shop marketing team for your business. They stop you from wasting your valuable time trying to learn and juggle the core elements of marketing. If you want to focus more on what you do best, make sure you check out their website at phasermarketing.com. That's PHASER marketing.com. And take your business to the next level.
Real quick. But no, so this guy's apparently just doing all this stuff. I was the only one out of us 4 that did not get touched by this guy.
I was the first one that got touched, and he got pretty close to me, and I didn't like the way it felt, and
Well, I would not either.
it was concerning.
And so
Because I didn't also know he was gonna be following us, so I felt somebody like bump into me and like grab me a little bit. And I was just like kind of like brushed him off and
Yeah.
stuff and kept walking, and then all of a sudden I turned around and there was just this
He's
guy
just
was
just following us.
he had latched onto our crew. Like it was like he was like Jared. You know, like when you have that really drunk buddy that's just stumbling and you gotta try to bring him back home. That's what that guy was, and
But
we
with a
didn't
little-
know
with
him,
a
so
little,
we're like-
with a little something extra. But yeah.
yeah, a little extra creepiness to him than your usual
So
buddy.
we're kind of walking, and as soon as I noticed him and saw him doing that, I my anxiety was through the roof. My heart was beating, like planning how many different ways we can get out of this, how many different ways this guy's gonna slaughter us. Every thought was coming to my head.
Yep, Z-Man does not have anxiety issues.
Anxiety makes you.
I was also anxious, but there was no chance that this guy could do anything to us because, four strapping young men and this guy who can barely stand.
Yeah, I was gonna say, for me, I don't have anxiety. I have like situational anxiety where it's like immediately like you get placed into a situation where you're like, oh, the stakes are a little bit higher than a normal day. It's like, yeah, fuck that. Like immediately you're on guard,
Yeah.
Well, I think for me it was kind of like a little bit of that too. Like it felt a little bit higher than just there's four of us and one really stumbly drunk
you got
guy.
a dude you don't know.
I guess my part of my thought process was like, this guy may be doing this, but maybe it's whatever the word is. Maybe he's faking it, and also we're gonna get jumped as soon as we walk around the corner, kind of thing. Like he's just leading us on. But so we finally got towards our hotel, and that's when Dad stepped in. He was like, "Hey, this is our stop. You got to go find someone else."
Yeah, and he just stumbled off into the night.
Did Dad give him a little push, like just to kind of, or like maybe a little hold? Like
I think so.
I mean, I don't think there's any way he couldn't have. Not like push this guy and threw him to the ground. Just kind of like, no,
I mean,
you need to stay there.
Like the amount of damage he did to this guy's face was
insurmountable.
Yeah. Just kidding, by the way.
No.
He didn't actually do anything. We didn't assault anybody in the cities.
And of course, the revolving door is locked for the night. So we would have had to use our key to get into the other door, which I didn't know of right away until a couple who they looked like they were about to either get divorced right then and there or have the greatest fight sex of their lives. Because they looked like they were heated with
Possibly
each other.
both.
Yeah.
Possibly both.
Because
they do it on the divorce papers on the bed.
They walk up and she's like throwing her purse into the thing to get the card to trigger it, and then finally it goes.
Well, she also had no time for us because we were like, "Hey, yeah, do you like it's locked?" Or and she's like, didn't even look at us, just like basically gave us the bird and just like put the thing up quick, and we're just like, "Okay,
so
well,
then,
we're
of course,
going in."
Now we go in the little lobby area, which is the layout of this hotel complex was horrible.
Yeah, it was terrible. You had to go up 3 different elevators basically just to get to the lobby. You had to walk through what appeared to be an abandoned mall/airport.
Basically, the way it went was from our hotel room, we were on the 29th floor, so we had to go down to the 5th floor because that's where the bottom of the elevator was. That's where the lobby is. You then have to walk through the lobby, go around the corner, go to the other elevator, which takes you down 5 flights of stairs to go to one of the entrances, which is the one we came in of. If you want to get to the garage now you have to go to the left of getting off the elevators and go through this supposed abandoned mall, go through it for about half a mile to the parking garage. You then have to take the elevator to go up to your level and then go find your car.
Very
So
smooth.
like
Very
hike.
smooth operation.
It was like a 2-mile hike just to get from the car to the hotel.
They also couldn't find Mike's reservation.
Yep.
So that took about 20 minutes, which set us back. So we were late to our reservation to PS Steakhouse. Sorry.
The best was the hotel in Chicago. Me and you, and we show up and we're like,
Oh, yeah.
and they're like, well, technically you can't. It's like, we already reserved it. Like,
Whose blades are these, by the way?
Either Mike or Dad's.
Gotta be Dad's.
Well, they're not where they should be. They're just laying there, so they have to be.
That's true. That's true.
I think they're his.
I really think that's all. I think that's a wrap on the weekend, right?
Yeah, for the most part.
We didn't really talk about anything.
Oh, pizza debacle.
Oh, true. We do have the pizza debacle.
So this was
Z-Man's pizza debacle.
My pizza debacle. My first bad experience.
But he wouldn't be surprised.
with whom?
Domino's.
Oh,
I always make the say like, I don't even care. I'm not even.
Well, you
into it.
could. Well, it's a good preface to the story.
Okay. All right.
If you've only ever had one bad experience.
I am not a man who.
Well, tell him your rule of your whole thing about when you order food, your one rule that declares if it's a bad experience or a good experience.
I don't.
It's if you eat before you wake up the next morning,
yeah, it's
basically. If
basically
you eat
as
the
long as I
food
get my-
before you
like,
go to sleep.
The way they found this out was we ordered B-dubs one night, and they took about 2-3 hours to make our food and bring it to and deliver it. And everyone in the house, you weren't there, were you?
wasn't there.
No. Everyone else was in the house. It was me, Dad, Micah, and then Jess was over. And they're sitting there complaining the food's cold, the fries are soggy, bitching and whining not enough sauce. And I'm sitting there like, whatever, got my food. I'm happy. I'm good. It wasn't hot, but it's still warm. Fries, soggy, I don't care. They were good. So that's just always been my, like, as long as I get my food.
He's very
if
simple,
I can eat
very
my
simple
food,
guy.
I'm good.
I would have warmed them up, but yeah. For
Yeah,
the
pop
most
them in the
part.
air fryer or something. But
But for me, I was just, tastes good. I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this was horrible. I'm like, this was good. I got my B-dubs. I just
I
go to sleep
probably
full.
would have said something about it being so long. But
I think
come on, you-
Jess might have.
makes sense.
But that came up to the thing of like them figuring out like as long as I get my food before I go to sleep that night, it's not a bad experience for me. I got my food. I'm very simple that way. Just if I get my food, I'm good. And they always make fun of me for it. And then there comes I wouldn't be surprised.
Well, it's because he says he's never gets surprised, but he's never had a bad experience at a restaurant.
I don't say I never get surprised. I just said I wouldn't be surprised if Trevor Lawrence did not go number one. And that went on the whole thing.
You literally can't ever be surprised. That's what you said. Anywho, pizza debacle.
Probably. Wouldn't be surprised if I did say that.
Exactly. It's
Got
just a
him.
paradox.
And so there's been multiple times where it's been like this, and like, oh well, not a bad experience for Z Boy because he got his food or whatever. But so we go to the baseball game, gets done about 8:39. We go to the hotel bar, and we're sitting there having a few drinks, and I think it was 10:04 on the dot when the order was placed. But I'm like, we were debating on, do we eat at the hotel bar because they were still serving food, or do we order? And I'm like, I as long as I get pizza at some point, I want Domino's.
Well, yeah, Mike wasn't going to eat. Dad wasn't sure if he even wanted food, and you and I both want Domino's. So
Well,
we
I
were
think
like,
he was willing to order off the menu. He's like, I could just get food here, and
Oh.
no one else was. No, we don't want that.
Yeah.
So I placed an order for Domino's at 10:04. Made a huge.
Remember that time.
Yep, I made a huge mistake, and I did not check the approximate wait time. So when I ordered, it was roughly an hour to an hour and a half. Well, shit. Okay,
which isn't that
you know
bad
what?
for downtown
I'll
the cities
yeah.
after a Twins game. You're like,
Although
okay,
granted,
makes sense.
Domino's was about.
Granted.
Oh, for fuck's sakes. The pizza Domino's was, I think when I looked, was 0.4 miles away.
Yeah,
I
but-
could have walked there.
Yeah,
but
maybe they're
but
making a
then-
lot of pizza.
And,
Yeah.
I was gonna say I hate to say it,
Delivery.
If
Well,
you're,
no,
if you're right next to like a whole bunch of hotels and shit, you gotta expect people.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
that's the thing I do if I'm at a hotel and it's like I'm gonna order like Domino's or you're gonna order pizza.
Oh, for sure.
Just
you
wait,
want
though,
pizza.
because the hotel comes into play here. All right, so 10:04, pizza has been ordered. Approximate wait time, it was like 59 to 96 minutes, hour to hour and a half. Okay, 11:30, that's fine. I can wait that long. We'll still have a few drinks here. Mike and Pops wanted to go out, but me and Rena were just, let's just hang out here for a little bit.
Wait
Hang
for
out
our
at the
pizza.
bar, all right? I told them too, like if they wanted to go out to their bars that they wanted, I'll wait here for the pizza because I can just have a few drinks to do that. But time gets later in the night. I'm still kind of looking, still get, is it here yet? No. Of course, about 20 minutes into waiting, my, the pizza tracker just stops working. So now I can't even track my pizza. 4 pizzas, actually. There was 4. Mike ended up ordering a pizza as well. So now everyone is waiting.
Yep.
Sitting there for a few more drinks. Mike's getting blitzed.
Mike was drunk.
He was a lot more drunk than we thought at first. Still waiting about 11:15. Yeah, there's still about 15 minutes to original time. I'm waiting. Okay. 11:30, 11:40. I'm like, all right. Now look, approximate wait time was still about 56 minutes. I'm like, shit. Probably another hour. And same thing. That's fine. As long as I get my pizza.
Yeah, we were fine. We were drinking at the hotel bar.
But
so
then
we
I
were,
thought
we were
it was
chilling.
about 11:55 midnight. Well, I'm like, I'm going to call them though. Because they were open till 1 a.m. Like,
We had
still
left
another
the bar.
hour.
Micah and Dad went downtown. We
Yep.
were in the hotel room.
But I had called them a little bit before we went upstairs.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you
'Cause
did
I-
call
yeah,
me. You came back
'cause
and
I
you're
was-
like
'cause when
shaking
I came
your head.
back, and that's when you guys were like, "Yep, Mike spilled his drink."
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
It was a whole
So
thing.
I called him, and it was like a normal automated message. Press this to do this, and one of them was press this to speak with someone in the place. So I hit that. It's like phone lines are busy right now, or can't.
No, it
answer
just
right
looped
now.
you right back, right?
It was the automated voice was like a loop. It's like just stay on the line, going over a few ads, and then it brought me back to the beginning where it's like, oh, if you want this, press this. So I hit 0 again to talk to someone. Did its automated voice loop, brought me back 7 different times. Or it was like our restaurant is now closed, but if you want to speak to someone about your delivery that's still being delivered, press this. So I would do that, and it would just do that loop. So at that point, I started getting a little like, ooh, I don't know. So they went out to a few bars. Me and Rena were upstairs. Checked it again. The time was going down. The time was at like 22 minutes at one point. I'm like, okay, we're moving forward at least. We're
Yeah.
good.
We're gonna have pizza here
And
soon.
then we went upstairs, and then I checked it again. And I looked, and it went back up to about 43 minutes. And I'm like, ooh, okay.
So we
wait.
went to bed.
And then you took a shower. 10, 15 minutes later, I checked again. It went up to 53 minutes. I'm like, oh boy. All right, that's it. I'm laying down. It's already about 1 a.m. at this point.
Yeah, we went to bed sad and hungry.
Yep.
I had a couple
was-
Sweet Martha's cookies,
Yeah.
but
I was tired. And of course, what do you throw on?
diners, drives, and dives. Is that Guy-
Like,
yeah, one of those?
Guy
I
Fieri's,
thought it was
or however, whatever his name is.
diners, dives, drive-ins.
Something
So
like that, yeah.
it's
I
a
know
it's
what
an
you're-
assortment of
so
the
he
three
throws
words.
this-
Yeah,
he
I know
goes to
something.
the Cooking Network and throws this on. So we're sitting there starving and sad that we didn't get pizza as we're watching these guys make briskets and ribs. I'm just saying, like, you feel,
looking shit.
yeah, just
all I
best
could
looking
think
food
was,
ever.
I'm tired, I'm hungry, and fuck off, Reno.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Oh, I was in trouble. He was the one that ordered the pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I checked one more time. It was still at the same point. So I'm like, you know what? I'll turn my sound on. If they call, I'll get up and go get the pizza gladly.
Yeah.
Still count it. I'll still count it the same night. It won't be a bad experience. Yeah, it never came. I checked that morning. I checked on it again, and it's still an approximate wait time of 22 minutes.
Yeah. See,
And then I checked about an hour later. It was just gone.
I would
The,
have.
the thing was just gone.
Yeah.
Did you
It
get
was
charged
bad.
for it?
I think so. I put in a thing like a customer service thing that I've yet to get resolved.
I'm not gonna lie. Every time we've been in the cities or anything like that, anywhere, I call because it's like I want to talk to the person. I want them to be like, okay, we'll be there around this time, because then it's like I talked to your fucking guy.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, and the weird thing was too was that throughout the entire night sitting at the bar, Papa John's and Domino's both came like 3 different times.
Yeah. They're flying in the door.
They're
with pizzas.
in and out of our hotel lobby just constantly. So I was sitting there getting my hopes. Like, oh, that's got to be it. So I'd walk by, and the guy's just like already giving it to someone. I'm like, oh, not for us. I should have asked.
Maybe they did give it to someone by accident.
No, because it would have showed up as delivered.
Yeah, probably.
Although it wasn't really working.
Yeah, well, just the pizza tracker wasn't working. Everything else on that part was working, just not the actual tracker.
Okay.
Because that's why stuff was constantly being updated, like the approximate wait time and stuff, I would think.
God, that sucks.
Yeah, pretty bad.
It was $37 pizza gone.
Pretty bad.
Oh, you did the like $5 or $6
Medium,
or whatever.
2 topping, $4.99. Yes.
Yes.
And it backfired.
So I said in the morning, I said, well, it's official, boys.
It's a bad experience.
Bad experience.
Chaka, put that on the calendar. Z-Man's first bad food experience.
August 20...
9th? 30th?
30th.
No, 29th.
Yeah. Oh, 29th. Yeah.
29th.
Yeah, because
Sunday.
we went to this. Yep.
We went on the 28th.
Let's go.
Right? Yeah.
That was the weekend.
That was the boys' weekend in the cities.
More eventful than what usually happens, so
Yeah, we got a late night Mike and Pops rolling in at about 5:30.
yep.
That was the thing too, because he FaceTimed me at like 3 a.m. I'm like, "Hey, pizza come?"
Yeah.
No, Mike, it
we
didn't
got
come.
we
Okay,
got
we're
no
gonna find
pizza,
food.
Mike.
Okay.
We got no pizza for you, Mike. What a sad ending to the trip.
I'm not surprised.
Never have been. Why would you be now? You got news, Ding?
College football's back.
Oh, good lord.
One of my favorite weekends.
Opening weekend.
Yes. And like 8 big games.
Sounds incredible if you're into that thing.
And then followed up by football,
That's
NFL.
Thursday.
Cowboys and
But
Bucks Thursday
I'm
night.
very
Should order a Dak jersey right before.
what I could
Oh
tell
my
you
God.
is I'm very
Make it two.
worked up about Saturday.
You're very worked up.
This Saturday?
Yes.
Why?
You're in Miami?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
They play Alabama.
Oh, they're getting starched.
Probably.
0-1 to the season, boys.
That's a
Probably.
bummer for
For
a
Alabama.
Miami fan.
Probably.
Okay.
I hope it is. If it's close, if it's 34-28 or something, I'm be happy. It's like we stayed with Alabama.
Yeah.
You know? Like
Then again, no.
I could see it being
Notre Dame stayed up with Clemson and beat them. So
I could see it being 41-17. You know,
yeah,
like
they could.
I could also see them winning somehow. Like
I wouldn't be surprised if they pulled it off.
You can't be surprised. In other news,
No, this is one I actually wouldn't be because I mean, as much as I hate Miami because of you, like that's the thing is like they, in theory, they have a good team every year.
yeah, they always get hamstrung by they play Florida first, and then they're like we can't win a game, and then they don't win 2 games in a row, and then they win 7 or 9
Yeah,
in a row,
they're
and they lose
all over
one
the
game,
place.
and then they're like, oh fuck, we can't win.
They're all over the place.
Yeah, or they have really good seasons, and then they play a team they have no business losing to, and then it's
The
like
trap game.
they always do it every year. It's like it's like either they have incredibly good defense, or the offense is awesome. Never in the same year. If you could literally take one offense from one year and one defense from another year, it's
Then
like
again, you could say about
Yeah,
any
you could say
team
about
in
every
history.
team ever.
you couldn't say it about Notre Dame or Oklahoma. I mean, Oklahoma's never had a really good defense. Literally,
But you said any offense and any defense.
Well, I mean,
there's bound to be one year of offense and 1 year of defense in Notre Dame.
From Miami, it's like they've had numerous years where the defense is incredible. Their offense is good, but it's not good enough. Like that's what will hamper them. Or it'll be a year where their offense is 48 points a game, but their defense is giving up 50. You know, it's like, what the fuck are you doing? Ugh, I'm very worked up
He's worked
about
up.
it.
he is very worked up about that.
Plus, Clemson plays Georgia, which is awesome. Georgia puts it on them real good, real nice.
Yeah, suck on that.
Notre
double.
Dame's going to lose to Florida State, which is awesome.
It's happening.
No, it won't. If it happens, I'm sorry. One team's, I mean, they won a national title 8 years ago.
Yeah, and the other team is Notre Dame. I love them to death.
But they've been they've been a good team for the last 10 years. FSU's been
yeah, they've just like Clemson and Alabama. I mean, yes, they're not winning those championships, but they, have been consistently a good record every single year for how many years now?
but Florida State's been kind of trash.
They've been trash out
for
ever
like
since they won.
8 years, 7 years. So it's like,
Once they won and Jameis left, that was it for Florida State.
well, after Jameis fumbled the ball
yeah.
against Oregon, that was kind of the end of them. But
Sports.
Penn State plays. It's a big weekend for me.
We can wrap up a sports weekend. Jake Paul won again
He did.
on Sunday.
Didn't watch any of it. The thing
I
kept,
streamed it.
the stream kept like buffering. Like
See? Happened to me too.
90% of like it would go for like
exactly what it did
for
to
like
me.
45 seconds, buffer, and then it would just buffer for like 10 minutes, and then it would go for like another minute or two, buffer.
See, and there was a few times where it was good for a little bit.
Yeah, I got rid of it. I'm like, I'm not gonna deal with having to constantly like pull it back up. It's like I don't care. Like I don't care enough. I don't think anything crazy is gonna happen.
Nothing crazy happened,
No, I know.
but it was a fun fight to watch. I liked it. Possible rematch.
Got to get the tattoo first.
We'll see. See if he gets the tat.
Yeah.
But it was a fun fight to watch. I enjoyed
I
it.
mean, if he wants to fight Paul again, he has to.
Yeah, but he wants the money, so he's probably going to.
How about that Cam Newton news though?
That was interesting.
Oh, great move.
Wasn't surprised.
Oh no, shouldn't have been.
I was surprised.
Were you?
A little bit, yeah.
Oh my God, this guy, you can't literally catch him.
I was not surprised at all.
I wasn't really.
To
He
be
has
a-
been playing like crap.
That too. Plus, he was just.
I just didn't think they would cut him. I
Yeah.
could see him like
Just-
throw him back at QB 2 or 3, but
Oh,
I
you
didn't.
can't-
I
you
didn't
can't.
think.
You
I didn't think.
Can't. Yeah, you can't
not
put
with Cam
Cam.
Newton. Like I think
This is Bill Belichick. He
It's not-
does what he wants.
it's not.
He
That.
did what he wanted. He got him.
I think it would have been like a can like especially if Mac Jones is like decent but not like killing it. Like they win.
I honestly haven't looked at any of his stuff in preseason. If you-
Oh,
He's been playing
looked good.
really
He's doing
good.
Personally, the first time I saw him play and I watched him, I was like, young Tom Brady, different number. I literally saw he threw like Tom
well,
Brady.
I mean, 3 letters first name, 5 letters last name.
I know. I watched him play.
Legend
and
in the
he
making.
was throwing and stepping up. I was like, holy fuck! Did he get him again?
Moves the glasses.
I think the
Holy
only rookie QB I've only watched was Trey Lance, and that's why he's on my.
Fields
Bench.
I watched Fields. Fields got.
I watched
Crushed.
I watched
Yeah, he
those
got-
really good
he got
drives
whacked.
that he had.
but they're gonna go
I
with
did, yeah.
Dalton though.
Yeah, they're just gonna do it to start the year.
Oh, for
and
a
if
game,
If
for a
Dalton
game.
plays great,
He's not
good,
gonna.
good. Well,
He's not.
He's not a bad.
He's not, but he's
the
not
problem
gonna.
with Dalton is
He won't play very long.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
unfortunately, he probably won't.
the team, he was on a decent team in Cincinnati. They just could never get over the hump. You face Pittsburgh, and Pittsburgh has Le'Veon Bell and Antonio Brown. It's hard to win when you have, at that time, two guys who were among the top three.
Yeah,
in
but
their-
Ben was still playing great.
Yeah, and so it's tough. And then, obviously, they kind of took a shit. And then Cincinnati took a shit, too.
And then he went to the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Played incredible there.
He actually didn't.
Yeah, he played. He had good
honestly,
moments.
He could have been decent if the offensive line was
Yeah.
Yeah.
fully healthy. He definitely could have done
It's a
better.
big thing, though.
Yeah, I've heard about that.
Probably the most important group.
Component?
Yeah.
Offensive line.
Without the offensive line, you really can't do anything.
Not
Nope.
really, no.
Tom can't be Tom unless he's got an offensive line.
Oh, I mean, it's Tom Brady.
He's quick.
Yeah, he'll probably
He's
still
quick.
do
Oh,
something.
he's got a quick
Yeah.
release, is
Yeah.
what I'm saying.
Yeah,
he
like,
ain't gonna.
I don't know. Them legs say.
Well, he's not gonna wear
never
the knee
seems
brace this year, so
slower.
maybe he'll be a little split second quicker.
You give him a split second quick. You can give him an extra few seconds quicker, and he's still looking slow.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't think Tom Brady needs no speed on
No,
with
he
his
doesn't need any
legs. It's
speed.
just-
He doesn't.
It's all up here.
I'm just excited to see Dak back in action, especially after
Same.
watching. I blew through the first 4 episodes of Hard Knocks last night. Now I
Injury
can't wait.
First week.
Ah, that'd be such a bummer.
No, he'll probably have like a lower leg injury just due to the fact that he's.
I think if anything, it'll be.
has to
His, I
compensate
think if
so
anything, it'll
much
be that
more.
muscle strain again.
Well, no, I think it'll be like his legs. Like his leg, he'll get a cramp or something early because he has to put so much more effort in. Like
I don't
'cause
know
of
if
the
you
strain, though.
if you watch Hart like
I
watching
watched
him.
some of it.
Yeah, watch him in practice. Even after he like gets that shoulder or that muscle strain, like he still does a bunch of leg stuff like that. I just his
Well,
legs are
just-
moving.
No,
I don't see him
it's
getting
not,
like a.
It's not that they like, but that's like how they say like all injuries. It's like if you hurt your arm, normally like especially QB, you have to compensate it by using your legs more.
Yeah.
Well, of course, it's like most people.
Like the fact that he got this little strain here
Yeah.
might make him overcompensate for, with his
yeah,
legs.
spe-
and
yeah,
then-
especially
okay.
with his legs, because it's like if you've ever watched Tom versus Time, he literally,
oh my
yeah, great
Love
documentary.
that
But Tom
documentary.
like spends so much time like working on his hips because that's how you throw really hard. You know.
Well, Dak's got the best hip workout ever. It's famous.
Well, exactly, but I mean,
Just
like
that pumping
And then
hips.
Jameis tried to take it.
he also
him.
It was bad.
He also wasn't.
He was
injured.
also a backup at the time. It was
Dude!
with the Saints last year.
Good lord.
It was gross.
He probably won't be bad this year.
I'm rooting
As-
for him.
I'd say.
I
I
am
mean,
not.
from what I was hearing, or like I felt like I listened to someone say like he's looking good. I mean, he's
Looking good.
looking good.
All right.
We can sling it. I mean,
Oh, he can absolutely sling it right to the cornerback and the safety.
well, no, with Jameis, it's one to the wide receiver, one to the cornerback, one to the tight
Oh,
end,
sorry, there's
one to
Pat,
the
yeah.
safety.
Yeah.
That's how he is,
Yeah, that's how he rolls, baby.
which is sad.
30 and 30.
30 for 30.
Yeah.
It's dad. Yeah.
God damn it.
Don't worry, he's got his other part of the dresser in there.
Oh, let's go.
Week.
Is he just slowly taking it out or what?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
I didn't know he was. That
oh,
was
yeah, no,
actually
he's
the thing.
slowly doing it, like one.
Like he,
Right
well,
at
yeah,
it.
like that's his plan?
That was his plan.
Why? What's
That's
wrong
good.
with that
That was-
guy? Anyways, we'll update you on Dad's dresser debacle. Got anything else, boys?
I'm fine.
No.
All right.
Careful while you're in the cities.
Yep. Watch out for our boy. He'll probably still be walking around.
We may not have described him what his face looks like, but you'll know.
Yeah, you'll just know.
You'll know.
The guy that's on autopilot and his shorts are on backwards and he's got no shoes and he will
Wants to take
pull
his
his
shirt
shirt
off
up
and
and
touch you.
show his belly. That's our
He
boy.
doesn't just show it, he rubs that thing.
Just mention us. He'll treat you nicely.
Yeah.
That's it. That's a wrap for this episode. Like us, subscribe us.
PRS.
What's the other one? Share us, yeah.
Comment.
Comment.
Comment too. Okay, bye.
See ya.
So long.